Duelist-Boyz here. Today's deck profile is going to be Cubics. Cubics is one of those archetypes, whereas when they brick, they will brick hard. But when pretty much with the right opening hand, they can really OTK with no issue. They're a strong going second deck. Going first, they're not that strong, but they do have a nice going first board where if your opponent doesn't properly out them, they can easily set you up for next turn, which at that point will be game. Starting things off will be Cubic Vessel. Cubic Vessel, you can send any Cubic card from deck to graveyard, spell, traps, or monsters, and then pretty much get your ball rolling. You can either search off a Cubic Karma, you can place Cubic counters, or you can pretty much send a monster. For whatever reason, why you want to send the monster, I don't know, but you do you. Summoner Monk, you discard the spell summon at level 4. Everybody, all the spells pretty much will have a graveyard effect. Not hard ones per turns, should I mention, but it doesn't matter if they're in the grave, you will still plus. And keeping resources in hand, you really have to try to maintain that. So I recommend a lot of draw power. Cubic Seeds, he is one of the big boys. He may not look it, but he's one of the big boys. He cannot be destroyed by battle, and pretty much if he battles an opponent's monster, you can send him to the spell and trap zone, place a Cubic counters, and Cubic counters pretty much makes it where your monster cannot attack or activate their effects. So they're just there. So your opponent will have to either Xyz, Link Climb, or just find a way to get rid of one of their monsters. You can either play him defensively or pretty much play him as a stun. And then the last three of in the deck is Cubic Lord. This deck's pretty much a Cubic Nova Lord. He pretty much is unaffected by monsters that are 3,000 or lower. So if your opponent would, let's just say, Ogre, Ash, well, not Ash, but Ogre, Effect Veiler, or just try to pretty much monster affect him, as long as they're pretty much under 3,000, he's unaffected, so he will shrug off anything. His one biggest weakness is spell and traps. He cannot survive spell and traps for the life of him. Anything that's monster effects, he can just easily walk over with no issues. And if he destroys a monster by battle, he will attack again. And at the end of the burn, or end the end phase, he will mandatory burn both of you guys for 3,000. So if your opponent is under 3,000, that's a guaranteed game every time. Then the one-offs, these guys are mostly for names. You want he is okay for like time. You burn for 800. Whoop-de-doo. These guys, they're part of the combo, and in the grind game they really help. But after turn 4 or 5, this deck already burns up a lot of resources to try to OTK. In the grind game, there's like nothing to really do. So at this point, you're just constantly keep recycling these guys. They require 3 monsters as 3 Cubic monsters as a tribute to special summon. This guy gains 24. This guy gains 3,000. Attacks 3 times, and then he will also burn on summon. So it's slow pickings. Then I play 1 Birdman. There's a combo where it's like you can send Lord back to your hand, special summon out him, bring out Lord again as long as you meet the proper requirements to bring Lord out. Then then Synchro into Stardust, or not Stardust, Black Rose Dragon, nuke the whole board, and since Black Rose is under 3,000, it's unaffected. Then playing 2 Nibrus. This is a strong going second deck. So anytime mid combo, you can just Nibru your opponent, bring this guy out, give them a token, and half the time he can pretty much get over it with no issue. You can either put him in defense or put him in offense. It doesn't really matter. Then for spells and traps, we have 3 waves. The way that waves work is you have to target your Cubic Lord and one of your opponent's monsters simultaneously. He will double his attack, and pretty much that monster that you target would then half his attack. So he becomes at 6,000, and your opponent would become half its original, or half its current attack. So you can easily just smack into things, destroy, life point damage, attack again, and burn for game. Just going to keep him out because he will show up a lot. Cubic Karma, you want to, its first effect I don't use as often, which you can target one cubic monster, send cubic seeds from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and it gains 800 per. So on Cubic Lord, and then combined with this, it's just crazy attack points. But as most of the effect is, you want to send him to the grave to pretty much Rhoda any of your cubic monsters. That's mostly what everyone uses him for, but his first effect on activation doesn't come up as often as most people think, but it's there just to be there. And part of the new support, this new cubic card, I'm not really a big fan of it. You send one cubic card upstart. It helps, set up big combo plays, but its graveyard effect to recur one of your cubic monsters does help, because you can easily bring Cubic Lord back and then pretty much resummon him again. So it does help in its own way, but I'm not big on it. Next is obviously Foolish Burial, a good combo extender, combo starter, if you cannot open up with the proper hand or if you get negated. You can easily just open up with one, send Karma, then search Vessel, and then you have combo right there. So this, and theoretically, is a one-card combo just to get everything going. I play the Bamboo Engine just as draw power, deck thinning, just to get everything rolling. You can easily use Monk, discard Curse, get either Broken or Golden, just to get, a Pot of Greed, or just to drop someone down to 0. One Manifold Fusion, just for more draw off of Foolish Burial Goods, just as combo extender. That's usually what this will be. Monster Reborn, self-explanatory. For the traps, they're poly. They do have a fusion monster. For people that don't know, their fusion monster is one of the best, but you have to control this boy and 3 of his brothers and sisters in hand to fusion summon. So not really good, but its graveyard effect's even better, because when it is in the graveyard, you could, if a cubic monster was destroyed by battle or was sent off the field by either Link or Synchro, you can then banish this card, special summon a cubic monster that's level 4 or lower, and they cannot be destroyed by battle by card effects. And then the one-offs for the traps, I personally am not a big fan of them. They don't really do a whole lot. They're good for defensive plays, but this deck's more offensive, so I mostly use them for names. Then they have their extra deck, their boss monster. Like I said, he is beautiful. You would have to control 3 of these guys in hand and have their polymerization already set on field. So right off the bat, you would have to set, pass, and pretty much your opponent does something, activate, bring this out. He cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. He is a 4,000 beater, which is beautiful, and if he declares an attack, automatically before damage calculation, halves your opponent's life points. So at 4,000, if your opponent's at 4,000, immediately drop them down to 2,000, then apply damage calculation to whoever he's attacking, and pretty much he makes a second attack. Bringing him out is not as easy as most people think. If you can bring him out, good for you. But 1 is all you really need, and pretty much if he comes up, he comes up. Black Rose Dragon to make that synchro play. Again, on summon, nuke everybody. Okay, he's unaffected, so he's going to be the last monster on the field. Then for XCs, I play number 41. If I cannot make any more combos, I will just try to buy more time. More of a defensive play. Burn, you can overlay using, Lord, but the XCs off of him doesn't really come out as often as most people think. I also play number 31 just as a more, just to boost everyone even higher. And then this is mostly, and then this is their going first play. You have this chick. It's not really as good as I wish it was because you have to only link during main phase 2, but she's one card off a vessel would then get you into whoever you need at the current moment. I also play one Link Karibo for Seed since he is a level 1. For my Link 2, any Link 2 can work. I prefer using this guy just as, because he reborns himself, but then you can't Link summon. So he will help pretty much activate one of my featured monsters and he's an additional attack. Deco Talker, generic, negate and gains attack, and then Bomber Dragon, destroy everything on the field. And then I can easily show you one card combos just to pretty much Link climb. So you can either open up with Summoner Monk or Cubic Vessel. It doesn't matter. If you open with Summoner Monk, you can easily make the rank 4. If you open up with Vessel, you can make the rank 3. So you'll normal summon him. Effect to send a Cubic card. You always want to send their poly. Go into main phase 2. Link him off to the link 1 right here. The trap will activate, banishing itself to spell summon a cubic monster that's level 4 or lower. You send another copy and then do it 2 more times. So you will banish, link 2, special, bring him out. So right now you're already down to, you did this effect 2 times. Then link again into pretty much Deco Talker. At this point, the last one would then resolve unless it wasn't negated the first go, and you always want to bring out either want to bring out him or him. It doesn't really matter on who you bring out as long as you bring out one of these guys. I preferably like to bring out this guy. So pass turn, obviously 0 attack. Most people would then target him, just remove him by field. So either they will attack him or send him to the grave in any way. Hit effect would then trigger, bringing 3 of these guys back to field, and then immediately will allow you then to search any cubic card from deck to hand. So you can either send him, get Lord, bring him out. The combo is endless. And that's all I really have to show you. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell for future daily content. Later.